listening to IBGR.network, the International Business Growth Radio Network. And I am your host, Jan Robberts, global influencer, co-founder of Key Leadership Institute, and founder of JR Speakers Club. I'm a coach, trainer, speaker, values-based leadership specialist, personal profiling consultant, and personal development professional. For more information about me, go to the IBGR website and check out my profile. There you will also find all the links to follow and get in touch with me. By the way, we would love to hear from you in real time during the show. So if you're listening live or to one of the recordings, you can always connect and interact with us on social media too. And that's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram and Twitter at ibgr.network. And I actually keep forgetting to mention it, but we now have an amazing app. You can now listen to us wherever you are from the comfort of your mobile phone, tablet or laptop. But you need to go to the website, of course, to download this great app. And of course, I've got it on my phone. And it's amazing how you can have conversations, you can ask questions, you can do all those kind of things, and you can certainly listen to your favorite programs on the app. And this is now episode 7 already in season 3. It's if you're looking for it, it's P1073. Influencing the outcome, the meeting before the meeting. And it's in our P1 lane People Skills for Success at ibgr.network. Now you can go to our website at www.ibgr.network and download the show notes. And I know they're there already because the wonderful Donna just informed me before the show that she has already uploaded them. That's a requirement if you want to download them. She has uploaded them onto the website, so just go there and download them. Thank you, Donna. Now, the wonderful thing is episode 7 already. We're well on our way into our 3rd season. But I keep repeating this because it's so important. It's an exciting season for a variety of reasons. First of all, we're always sharing tips, tools, techniques, and wisdom. And as I keep reminding you, that last one is from my amazing colleagues, of course. Secondly, we want you, our audience, to ask questions in each episode, each session from each show host and their respective subjects. And those subjects actually range from operations, customers and finance to today's shows where it's all about people, and tomorrow, Friday, about owners as an executive, where you are working on your business rather than in your business. And also, there's a lot of ands today. Ants in your pants, not that kind of ants. And because we are covering 4 time zones all around the world, we are on air 24/7. These time zones are divided in 6-hour slots, and we are in the prime zone. And as Bill keeps telling us, I was just listening to Bill with some wisdom about MLM before this one. And he says that, if you were in the army before, it's Zulu time. But I'm sure there will be enough in all of these areas to support you on your journey wherever you are. Because the great thing about this is there is about 5 or 6 hours of education or information or I can't even remember the word. Doesn't matter. Education and information. I'm just talking to myself here just now. Not the most intelligent conversation as you could hear, but there is 6 sessions, and it starts with the number 1. That's what the P1 says. It starts with 1 where you're thinking about the business and you have some ideas, and with 1 you start with number 2 you start opening your doors, and it goes on up and up like that to where even at the end you might be exciting your business. Now, I know you're excited about your business, but if you're planning at some point leaving the business or selling the business, there is help for you in all these areas I just mentioned 24/7. So today, I will be talking about influencing the outcome, the meeting before the meeting. Now, if this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back. It is absolutely fantabulous that more and more people now from 145 countries. I was corrected just before this as well, before we started by Donna, of course. It keeps growing every week, but 145 countries around the world now. There's people listening to our wide variety of hosts and their programs every single week. Now, that is absolutely amazing, and it's because. Not only because you are interested in, and you, as Les Brown always says, you are hungry, But not only because you're hungry for information and, in all these areas, but also that we have some amazing hosts around the world now, and it's grown. We just had another one in our prime zone yesterday. My dear friend Ravan Papaya from Mauritius, who started his first show yesterday, and it went down a treat. And there are so many people who do this. So to bring that information, and people keep sharing. I mean, if this was a Facebook, I would say like and share it. But you can like it by being here, of course. But you can also share it with your friends. So share these links with your friends. If you know somebody who's interested in starting or developing their business, whether it's the people side of the any of the other ones, the operations, customers, finance. I mean, we've got some amazing people in all these different areas, as well as Friday on working on your business. So share it with them. Share the good news with other people. But it's wonderful. 145 countries just now. So well done to everybody behind the scenes, especially Don and Bill, and of course the people who bring the show to you live every single day of the week. But here we go. The meeting before the meeting. As if there is not enough meetings to go around, to be dragged into, to spend countless hours of what actually appears to be utter time wasting, while often talking about the same things the very next day. Now, I can say that because I've personally have sat in plenty meetings which could have been so much shorter if everyone knew what they were there for, what they had to bring to the table, and most importantly, if they just listened intently to what was being said rather than be too busy formulating their own answers to impress others around the table. So why then do we need even more meetings before we go into those boardroom meetings? And I spelled board B-O-R-E-D, not B-O-R-A-R-D. Yes, I can spell, but you get the picture there. And it's quite often so. There is a lot more to be said about it, why some people don't speak up. It talks into personalities and hierarchy and respect and fear. But I mean, you sit there all the same. Now, I actually looked at the definition of a pre-meeting. A gathering in the run-up to an official meeting in which details of the official meeting are discussed. Now, of course, that is certainly one way to describe them, but there is a little bit more to it. And I hope to bring you some clarification on its importance today and why you must have them, if you want to positively influence the outcome from those aforementioned big meetings. So, everyone hates long meetings that are unorganized. These days, people are busy enough with their regular work, so when meetings are bad, these people get mad. Now, most meetings suck because people are unprepared. Did I just suck? Yes, I did, and I mean it. They haven't given the thought to the reasons why the meeting is happening and the desired outcome. Worse, they are afraid to step up and take control so other offenders don't steal their time. And it is actually offenders, really, because it's criminal that so many people steal time when they just want to talk and talk and talk. And, talk so much and say so little. You get a picture. But don't let bad meetings steal your time. Prepare to make sure you and the others attending get the most from any meeting, whether there are 2 or 10 people present, whether it's in the boardroom, someone's office, or a coffee shop. If you want to positively influence the outcome, proper preparation is a major factor to your success. You know all the P's: proper preparation prevents poor performance. It talks into that, of course. Pick up a penguin. That's a British one where they have penguin biscuits. But you get that picture anyway. But today, I will talk into the following areas. Now, the importance of talking to the right people and why you must really listen well. Now, I've already mentioned this, and it is so important. Then there is 5 important areas when it comes to the meeting before the meeting. And this actually comes from a John Maxwell book, which I will mention when I go into it. But the 5 important areas are goals, credibility, awareness, appreciation, and application. Then I also have 7 critical ways productive people prepare for meetings. And it's about research the attendees, determine clear objectives, plan a suggested agenda, consider any obstacles, remove any roadblocks, decide on desirable outcomes, and think about follow-up activities. So I'm going to talk about the different meetings. I've got some different stories and insights about the different meetings in the next sessions, and also I'm going to be talking more about it's not just a meeting about the meeting. It is about there is different kinds of meetings before the meetings, and I'm going to talk in 3 of them as we go through there. So don't go away. But I'm not ready yet. But here is an example. I've in my research in Harvard Business Review, because I do a lot of research for these things as well as add my own stuff to it, of course. But there was a scenario. It says, imagine the following scenario. You're a division president of a Fortune 500 company, and you've been tapped to run crucial new initiative. The executive committee has targeted Southeast Asia as a new market for your company, and you're tasked with reorientating the strategic focus of your division. Now, this change will be controversial, as you're going to have to redistribute parts of your division to make the strategic plan work. You're also going to have to lay off a small part of your workforce, and you need to decide exactly how many people and in which areas. Tough decisions. Although the discussion with your executive team will be heated and that not everyone will agree with your decisions, you're excited about the task and you can make it work. Now, this is something that I'm going to discuss a little bit further with you very shortly when we go into the next session. But first of all, I'll give you the picture. First of all, we're going to take a 2 to 3 minutes break. And then when I come back, I will talk right into it. And also join us. Become a member of our Insiders Network by going to our website and clicking the Join Us link. When you do that, don't go away in the meantime, because I'll be back straight after the break.